Alright, 2005 Ford Mustang. We're going to go ahead and disconnect that negative battery cable. Then you're going to have to get a 3/8 ratchet wrench or a little pry bar. Put that in that slot on the tensioner. And now loosen the tension so we can get that belt off. So all you need to do is take it off the alternator. You can leave it on there. And if you don't need that ratchet, you can leave it on there, but I took it off just in case I needed it. I wasn't too sure what was going to happen at that current moment, so I got it off of there. But in retrospect, I should have just left it on. Alright, here we have a 15mm nut, and there's two other 15mm bolts. Or actually, they might be 13. One or the other. Let me adjust this so you can see a little bit better. So get that off. And this one off. Now this is going to be very similar even on some of the V8 Mustangs and the Ford F-150s. They're typically up top and pretty easy. Now remove this little cover for the positive terminal. That's going to be a 10mm. Go ahead and take that off. I would say the most tedious part in this situation is going to be the charge harness in the back of the alternator. For some reason it doesn't come off super easy, so you kind of have to wiggle it a little bit. So once I get this off, you'll see what I'm talking about. You can try to press on it and it doesn't seem to want to come off. And so I just had to grab these weird looking pliers and kind of just wiggle it back and forth, and then it finally came off. But after that it's smooth sailing. See, off it goes. Alright, let's get that new one in there. So let's get this out of the way. Now typically when replacing these guys, especially with Fords, for some reason I always recommend the Motorcraft ones, because as I was trying to just say, for some reason most of the aftermarket ones tend to give off some issues from time to time as far as the battery lights staying on. I haven't found the exact culprit as to why that is, but I suspect it has to do with the voltage regulator in the rear. So Motorcraft, a little bit more expensive, but definitely worth the hassle of having to go back and forth. I think I've had one situation where we had to go through 3 because it was having the same issue. So get that on there. So that 10mm, you can keep the old one and install the new one. Typically it comes with a new one, which is nice. So that's going to be on there. And then we're going to move on to the main bolts. Bum ba bum bum bum. Bum ba bum bum bum. So this particular one is the V6. Yes, I know, V6. Let's make sure to get that threaded on there. But yeah, pretty straightforward. I don't think I need to say anything else. 1, 2, 3, and it's off. Alright, so lower, upper, and then the final nut right there. Boom. Then back to the tensioner to put the serpentine belt back on. And then once you put it on, just make sure that it didn't shift places in any other pulleys, because that will happen sometimes. Here we go. That's on. Let it go. Check all the other ones, and then you're set. After this, reconnect the battery, and in this case, the battery's a little bit drained, so we're gonna have to connect it and jump start it. But everything worked out fine, and it's all set to go. So yeah, if this was helpful in any way or form, please make sure to at least hit that like button, as it helps me out and gives some motivation to continue. But yeah, alright, thanks for watching. I'm out.